Orataja sola de si, orataja sola de si.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this video might be a long one, so let's just jump straight into it. So I'm going to be testing new products, quite a fair bit of new products, including these babies right here, and something that looks like this too. Literally there's two palettes in this, so you want to wait to check out what I have to try out. So without further ado, let's get started. The first one I'm going to test now is the Body Shop Insta Matte Primer. I picked this up about a few weeks ago from Body Shop, and I really wanted to try it. As you can see, I've got the sample pods. I always get sample. I don't go ahead and just buy products straight away if I feel like I'm not going to like it, you know what I mean? So especially if I can find it in store, if they can give a sample, go ahead and opt for a sample. It feels quite silicone, and it also looks jelly. If you have the e.l.f. Primer, that's exactly what it looks like, but this one looks and feels more thicker. I can't really show you because it's quite clear. It looks and feels more thicker than the e.l.f. primer, and when you apply it as well, it also kind of have this blurring effect to it as well. It's not as blurring as the Maybelline pore eraser. It is not as puffing as the NYX pore filler, but my face feels smoother than it felt before, literally. Alright, so let's move to the most fun bit, the more fun bit I should say. So I'm going into the Clear Cosmetics bag. So those are the Scent 6 foundation shades. So I'm gonna go ahead and test one of their foundations, okay? I don't know which shade I'll be because there's so many options here. I'm just gonna go into Toffee. Nope, Toffee looks quite dark. Nope, not that one. Let's go into Ginger. The foundation doesn't have any scent to it. It's quite loose. Actually, one of the foundations is not loose at all. This Jamocha, I don't know if it's a foundation as well, or maybe it's a different kind of foundation. It's quite thick in consistency because in the bottle, as you can see, like it's just hanging up there. But this one is quite loose. This is too light for me. That was the shade Ginger. I don't know why I went for Ginger. Like, by the name alone, I should have just, you know, but oh well. Okay, I'm gonna go into Hazelnut and just kind of mix that. Hazelnut is quite dark. I am just gonna go ahead and blend this in, and I'm gonna use one of the brushes right here, just kind of see, like, even though maybe even though it's small, it will pack a punch. Maybe that's what they try to get to know. So it's so small. Look at it. It is so small compared to my regular foundation brush. No. Nope. Nope. Okay, just push through. Nah, that does not work for me. I'm just gonna going with my trusted Brew Technique body sponge. Look at the size of that. Literally. This is a light, very light coverage. And I know I look quite bright right now, but nothing a little highlight contour can't fit. Oh, so the Filter Liquid Foundation and the Stick Foundation. So the Stick Foundations are the ones with a thick consistency, and the Filter Liquid Foundation were the ones that were quite watery and liquidy and whatnot. So that makes sense. And my face has gone really matte, guys. And as you can see, like, all my blemishes are still there. So this is quite a very light coverage. I'm gonna be testing out the NYX HD Concealer in the shade Nutmeg. Guys, you don't know how long it took me to find this concealer. I've been searching for this concealer ever since I watched my girl Sojourner or Miss Sids do a NYX one brand makeup tutorial about a year ago. I think that was the video I saw her use this concealer, and I was like, I really want to try it out. And I've been seeing quite a lot of different people use this concealer as well. But guys, this shade is so hard to find. Even Jackie and I mentioned that it's so hard to find as well. It took me a year and I've been looking for it, and it finally popped up on eBay. So I just opened it. I haven't tested it at all. Literally, I just pried it open just now. So this is what the concealer looks like. It comes in 0.11 fluid ounce, and it comes in a wand as well. I absolutely love wand concealers, actually. I literally don't mind it. The shade is probably turning up brighter on camera than it is in real life. I don't see any coverage. Do you guys get a coverage from this? Do you get light coverage, medium coverage, full coverage? Maybe I shouldn't have expected a lot from it, maybe. Actually, let me go ahead and use the NYX Wonder Stick. This is gonna be my first time really focusing on what this Wonder Stick is like. This is the shade Deep, the one that Makeup Shayla is on the cover or on the side. I already kind of swatched the contour shade. The contour shade is kind of like a foundation shade on me. This is the contour shade. As you can see, like it is quite warm, like you can see here. It's there. I'll still put it there anyway because I'm still gonna go ahead and bronze up my face later with the NYX HD palette anyway. But I really like the formula of this. It's so smooth. It's gonna blend them into one another. Alright, so now brows are on. Now we're gonna go into eyeshadow. Remember, we've already prepped our eyes with concealer and the powder and whatnot, so I'm not gonna do extra prepping. So I've got 2 eyeshadow palettes in here. One I use religiously, almost kind of religiously. I use quite often. And the second one I just bought. The second one is a sister or twin. Not an identical twin, but a twin to the first one. Now, anyway, what am I saying? So I've got the Morphe 350M palette, which is the matte palette. And this is one of my favorite palette that I own. This one and the Modern Princess palette are my holy grail palette. And as you can see, this is not my favorite shade. I do not like this shade at all. I hate the shade. Hate is such a strong word. I despise the shade. I love the shade, as you can see. I'm sure you got the joke anyway. So I went ahead and I picked up the 350S palette. I've been looking at this palette for a long time now, literally. Oh, it comes with a sleeve, as you guys know. I've been looking at this palette for a while now, and mainly because I'm like, how cool would it be to kind of have the same corresponding colors but different formula and different finish? So we've got matte and we've got shimmer. Do you know what I'm saying? So look at it. Do you see any similarities in the colors? I can't see what I'm showing you, but do you see any similarities in the colors? So this is the matte side. It's so creamy, guys, so creamy. And this is the shimmer. So you see, like, the shimmer colors are a little bit brighter than the matte colors, but I guess they kind of have to be to kind of correspond properly on the eyes, you know. That's my theory. Yeah, I think so far money well spent. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it on my eyes, and I'm gonna be using the eye brushes in the Mermaid set. These brushes, literally, they all just look one way. They look the same to me. This is the top of the brushes, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab. I'm only gonna use 2, honestly. I'm not one of those people who like to use like 1,000 brushes on their eyes. So I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, which is the shade that I always use as my transition. I'm just gonna pick some. This brush is not good. Nope. I do not like it. I'm going into my Subculture palette, and I'm actually gonna be borrowing the brush that's in it. I absolutely love the brush that came with this. Oh, now that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. This is the matte palette, okay? So I'm going into this orange shade right here. Is that orange? I don't know. I'm gonna place this right here. I have actually never ever touched the shade before, so I don't know what this will look like. Let's just put this in the outer corner. Just gonna whack this in there. Okay, kind of deepens it a little bit, but kind of has a grayish effect to it. Let's go in here. I'm going to use the corresponding shade of the orange shade I picked up in the matte palette, this shade right here. And I'm going to be using the other side of the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. This one looks a bit more pink. I don't know. I honestly don't know how to describe colors, guys. I'm just going to place this right here. Just kind of see. Looks like I might have to wet the brush. So it picks up more with a finger. Wait, I'm gonna grab this shade right here. Actually, this is more of the orange. Right here. Wow, I actually really like that. I should have put powder here because there's a fair bit of fallout, especially from the shimmer palette. Alright, so I'm gonna grab the middle shade here, and I'm just gonna smudge this in my bottom lash line. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and then put wing on, put on some lashes and whatnot, mascara and all that stuff. Because I feel like if I don't have lashes on, the look is not really complete. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, okay? And I'll be right back. Lashes always complete everything. And honestly guys, the eyeshadow now looks better to me. It looked good before, but now it looks way better. And guys, look at my lips. Like, I know I did a few things while I was away. Like, I dusted off the powder, contoured my face, applied a little bit of blush. I can't talk anymore. And I put a little bit of liner on my waterline, and there's something going on with the mascara I applied here. I don't know, but let's just ignore my bottom lid right here, and let's call it a smoky eye, a bad smoky eye, okay? Let's talk about my lips. So I use a combination of a pencil. This is a purple pencil, wood liner pencil, number 23, if you have these pencils. I also went in with the MAC Retro Matte lipstick in the shade Burn Spice. And the third product I used is the 350S Shimmer Morphe palette, okay? And I went in with the orange shade right here, this one right here. This one right here, I just kind of topped up the burnt spice in the middle. It's going to create a purple and orange ombre. The next adventure we're going to go into is highlight. So I'm going to go ahead and use this brush right here. That's part of the Mermaid brush set. I like this. I just like the, is this tapered? Is that what it's called? It's got tapered, isn't it? Yeah, the tip is kind of tapered. Yes, it is. So I'm going to use this to apply highlighter, okay? And the highlighter palette I'm going to be using is a NYX Stroke of Genius palette. Yeah, of course. That's what I've been using lately, literally. Okay, so this is what my face looks like. I absolutely love it. So let's talk about the products each, okay? Let's do that. So first, the Body Shop Insta Matte primer. I like this primer. It feels really really silicone-y, actually kind of gel-like, but mostly silicone. When I apply it, applied really nice and smoothly. But I can't really say anything about the longevity of it as of yet, but I will update the description box down below to kind of let you guys know. Alright, so next let's go into the foundation. The foundation by Clear Cosmetics. It did blend out nicely, better with a beauty sponge. It's a very natural finish. It looks good. It's not really patchy, it's not cakey, so that's good. Alright, next let's talk about the concealer. The NYX HD concealer. I like this concealer, but because I have a very high expectation for this concealer, it didn't really, I don't know, it didn't really perform as I thought it would. Would I recommend it if you like a very light coverage concealer that doesn't feel heavy on the skin? Yes, but if you are not for creasing, don't get it, because it's kind of creased a little bit. It's not as bad as other concealers, but it's kind of creased a little bit. The next one, the stick, the highlighted area does not give you any coverage whatsoever. They actually both don't have any coverage to them, but they blend out really nicely. I can't remember what else I tried, but let's talk about these brushes. These brushes are absolutely rubbish. Especially the eye makeup brushes. They're so rigid. I don't know, they're okay, but they don't blend out. They don't blend out products nicely. But the only thing I love out of this brush set is this brush right here. I believe you call that a tapered brush, okay? This brush to apply highlighter, absolutely the best. So if you find this, if they're selling this one on its own, go get it. The Morphe 350S eyeshadow palette, I absolutely love this. It is corresponding to the 350M, but it's not exactly, do you know what I mean? It's not exact, but it kind of makes sense because shimmer shade, it has to be more kind of like vibrant. So this one is more vibrant when you swatch it compared to the matte shade, but it literally, they complement each other, and the shadows themselves feel creamy, like literally. So I would recommend it if you already have the 350M palette. I would recommend it. So that is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please don't forget to subscribe. And whatever you're doing, to love yourself, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
You stole my heart. We climbed and we fell, but nothing could pull us apart.